Hi everybody, happy Sunday. Okay, so I wanted to talk to the Upper Yoder Township Police Department about something specifically to John Blake, okay? This right here is not how you react when when a citizen goes to file a complaint because one of your feral pig cops was operating outside of his jurisdiction and outside of the color of law, okay? And you think that's an isolated incident with you fuckers. It's not, okay? Memorial Day weekend 2001, I was sitting with 3 of my friends up on top of Ligonier Mountain, outside of your jurisdiction, listening to the Grateful Dead hour. Outside of your jurisdiction. One of your Upper Yoder cops decided to come up to my window and drag me out of the car, handcuff me, and accused me of smoking marijuana. Was I hurting anybody? Was I? No, I wasn't hurting anybody. I was sitting up there listening to the Grateful Dead. If you tell me how sitting somewhere listening to the Grateful Dead hurts somebody, please, will somebody explain that to me? One of you jack thug pigs explain to me how sitting on top of the mountain, because you know what? You guys held me up there until Conemaugh Township came. You held me in handcuffs in your car until Conemaugh Township came, and then they took me, and they charged me with disorderly conduct. The officer was actually like, you know what, I'm not going to charge you with a weed charge over this, man. He's like, no. Okay, he was actually cool. He's like, I got to charge you with something. So, you know, that was a couple $100 out of my pocket because of you motherfuckers, okay? That's number one. Number 2, we're going to talk about John Moser. We're going to talk about John Moser, the retired John Moser, okay? I don't even know who the fuck he is anymore. I hope he's not around here. You know why? Because he held a gun to my head on South Mount Boulevard. Again, out of your jurisdiction. Out of your jurisdiction, okay? Held a gun to my head until West Hills came down. You know why? Because people called 911 and thought I did something real bad. Well, I didn't do anything bad. I was trying to help a friend of mine who was in a really bad way get some help, okay? I ended up getting charged with aggravated assault for that. Okay? Aggravated assault, witness intimidation, and unlawful restraint, actually. Guess what? They dropped the fucking charges, you pieces of shit. Gun to my head, right here. Get on the ground, motherfucker! Get on the ground! Get on the ground, motherfucker! Okay? In October of last year, October 22, I was coming home from Evansburg, Pennsylvania. And I was coming down in Ben's Creek there, and I witnessed a state trooper come out of, I think, St. Andrew's Church. He came up behind an F-150, tailgating him. He was 10 feet behind this guy in the F-150. He followed him the whole way. He followed him up. The guy went straight at the corner of Ferndale Avenue there, Gouger Street and Franklin Street. The guy in the F-150 went straight. The state cop turned left. Well, I followed him, and he went up past the golf course and flying up past the golf course. I was trying to catch him, and I don't know how. I could tell he was going at least 60 miles an hour. So I went to see Chief John Blake to say, listen, you got to file charges against this state cop. I don't have the jurisdiction to file a code. Well, then who does have the fucking jurisdiction to file? Okay, because you guys work outside of your jurisdiction. Where is your fucking jurisdiction, and what will you do, okay? So, on Monday, I was doing something that I do all the time. I was flipping a cop off, and I was in, again, Lower Yoder Township, not your jurisdiction. Lower Yoder Township, not Upper Yoder. And Officer Jeff Novotny, who, from a simple Google search, shows that he's a wife beater. He beat his wife, and he resigned from Johnstown. Okay, nobody wants to talk about that. Everyone wants to talk about what I do, but he's a wife beater, and you hired him. John, you hired him. Why did you hire a wife beater? How do you think any woman that has to file a complaint and he comes, how do you think they would feel knowing that he beat a woman and he has a badge and a gun? Huh? And you people are afraid of me with a camera? Really? Okay, yeah, be afraid of me and my camera. Okay, you be very afraid of me and my camera, because my camera shows light and it shows truth. Okay? So, I decided to come over to file a complaint. Well, what I did was I actually wanted to email you the complaint, and then I asked you if just me emailing you that was sufficient. You said, no, I have to come over and sign it. Well, you've stated to me, and there's a little sign on your little desk there in your police station that nobody can record in your police station because of case law. There's no ordinance, there's no statute listed, okay? And that's a public place, okay? If you have a cordoned off area that says no recording, that's different. But where can a member of the public come and make a report and record for their benefit? You are a public employee and a public servant, and therefore we have every right to record you while you are under your official duties, especially when an interaction with me or one of us. I absolutely have the right to record you anytime I speak to you, okay? And I will. I'm afraid of you people because, number one of your pig cops held a gun to my head. He was going to blow my brains out. His finger was on the trigger. It wasn't at the ready. His finger was on the fucking trigger. I begged for my life. Is that what you people wanted? Because I did it already. I begged him for my life. Okay? I'm afraid of people because of cops like you, John, and because of cops like Jeff Novotny that beat their fucking wives and still have badges. It's called the thin blue line for a reason, and you motherfuckers hide behind it. Okay? I came up to file a complaint, and what did you do? You cited me with a fucking parking ticket, you piece of fucking shit! Who the fuck do you think you are? You come at me outside of your fucking jurisdiction all the fucking time. You were driving around. Well, you had one of your fucking assholes driving around my house last Monday, and then I got pulled over later that day by your fucking pigs. Look at the videos; they're all over the internet. They're getting picked up. Okay, I'm coming to the meeting. I'm coming to the township meeting. Okay, because I have the right to. You need to change. Upper Yoder used to be a great department. When Dan Segrasic was the chief, when Wally Howe was the chief, they respected me. They respected people. This never would have happened under their watch. Why the fuck are you destroying Upper Yoder Township Police Department? Seriously. I'm not a threat to you. You tried to throw me off of public property. The church I go to. I go to church at St. Clement's. But I can't go there because the school's in session? Who the fuck do you think you are? Seriously. You people think I'm fucking stupid. If you've endured and you know what? Seriously, people? I treat you fucking pigs the way you fucking treat me. You expect anything different? You expect me to respect you? Go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself, you fucking pig. You don't get my respect because you don't give me any respect. If you noticed how much respect I showed Tom Dowdell in when Officer Novotny fucking stomped all over my First Amendment rights. Really? Okay. Do you see how much I respected him? Do you know why? Because he respects me. Do you want to know how I know him? I'll tell you how I know him. I know him professionally. He pulled me over one time. Okay? One time he pulled me over in 2004. I was broke. I had no money. And I was driving. My registration had lapsed for a day or two. It was the beginning of November. My registration lapsed. It was the beginning, you know. He pulled me over. I had just moved into this house here. I just moved back into my home here. And I was going down to the alcove to get a six-pack because I used to drink then and I was thirsty. I had no identification on me, but I used to go to the alcove all the time. I didn't need my ID. And Tom pulled me over, okay? I had one way to prove who I was. I had my Blue Knob ski instructor ski pass, okay? If you saw what this thing looked like, you'd be like, really, dude? Like, you're using this as ID? Okay, it was like a Polaroid picture cut out and like taped and laminated onto a business card. That's what they gave us, okay? And actually, Ed Fisher showed up on that scene, and he was like, yeah, that's him. I mean, like, you know what I got? I got a fix-it ticket, and I had to show that I had to get my truck or my Blazer. I had a Blazer then, my old white 94 Blazer. I had to I had to get it inspected, and I had to, because the inspection had just run out too. I mean, you know, it was like maybe at the latest the 5th of the month, okay? And he was cool about it. Next time I had to deal with him was when old Matt Dot Cop Watts, he pulled me over and I was driving my tanker truck, and he was doing a DOT inspection on me in the middle of the night over at Peace-Tricking Mortuary, over at the old Haas's, the mortuary on Monaco Boulevard. And I was like, it's the middle of the night. What are you going to check on the truck? And I'm not helping. I'm not participating. So I was like, I'm getting out of the truck, and I shut the truck and I locked the truck. I was like, do what you want to the truck. I was like, can you move it? I was like, because if you're going to arrest me, you're going to move it. And it was hilarious. Officer Dowdell showed up, and him and I stood back and watched Matt Watts do his thing to my truck, and he watched him write. I don't know how many tickets. I don't know how many tickets he wrote that truck. I mean, it was a stack. of them. He just kept tearing them off and tearing them off and tearing them off. Tom and I are laughing. I'm like, you get this guy? And he's like, I don't know. I don't know. So I don't know him personally. He's not like, we're not like homies or something like that. He's not my friend, okay? I just know him professionally, and I can tell you something. He's cool. He respects me, okay? He's never been an asshole to me, not once. Anytime I've ever had to make a report and he comes over, he actually sits, he writes it down. And he goes, I'll get back to you. But you motherfuckers, you come at me with the law, you come at me with feelings that are, you know, and you come at me with flipping you fuckers off is 100% legal. Anybody can do it to you. And you have to take it. Somebody can call you a pig. Somebody can call you a no good, dirty motherfucker. And you have to take it. It's just, it's not disorderly conduct. It's not anything illegal. If you don't like it, then don't be a cop. Quit your job. Go work at Walmart. Okay? Nobody will call you a pig or a thug or say fuck the police to you if you work at Walmart. Or if you work, get a job as a mechanic, learn how to build houses. Okay? Drive a truck. See what it's like when you go to work. Some motherfucker with a badge and a gun can take your whole day's wage. You know what that's like? You don't, because you fuckers do it, okay? So just fucking stop, and maybe I'll stop, okay? But you lit a fire under my ass, okay, because you keep fucking with me, okay? You do know how many complaints, John, and I guess I'm gonna have to write to no request. Your performance, your complaints, everything now. Just you cease and desist and leave me alone, and I'll consider it. But I got a lot of bullshit that I've endured at the hands of your department. So please, I'm begging you, leave me the fuck alone. Okay? I don't know what you think or what you believe that I don't, you know, it's not a thing of winning or losing. I want left alone. Okay? And if we have to start going to federal court and we have to start talking about what are called, you should look this up. They're called Section 1983 lawsuits. They are violations of my civil rights, which, Jesus, do I have a whole stack of them. And I got Novotny. Absolutely got him, okay? I don't feel bad for him because he beat his wife, okay? He should not be a cop. If you beat your wife, you don't get to be a cop anymore. Just like if you get caught with weed when you're 20, you don't get to be a teacher. See how that works? Yeah, life's a bitch, okay? And you know why life's a bitch? Because of people like you, okay? So seriously, stop, leave me alone. It's Sunday. Grateful Dead recommendation for today is, of course, Samson and Delilah. You all have a